Welcome to a new episode of my GNU/Linux and USB tutorials. Today, I want to show you how to write a Hello World Linux USB driver for this Atmega32U4 USB device. So, let's start. In my last video, I have written a firmware to turn this microcontroller into a USB device. The USB device does nothing, but it responds correctly to the USB enumeration. So if I execute an ls USB here to show all the USB devices present at my system, we can find here this Atmel Corporation test device. And this is our Hello World USB device. And today I want to write a Linux driver for this USB device. So let's start. Let me cd into my USB tutorials folder, and if we look at the content, you can see in here is already a folder for the firmware of this microcontroller. So if you want to have it, I'm syncing this folder on GitHub, so you can just clone the repository and run it. And now, as you maybe also know, I'm also doing a Linux driver tutorial, and I will use the Hello World Linux kernel module as a template for today's video. And I will create a new folder I will call kernelspace driver. Okay, so let me cd into it, and let's see what's in here. So first we have a make file for building our Linux driver, and we have a source file for our Linux driver. Now I will rename the source file to my USB device driver.c, and of course I have to change this in the make file as well. So my USB device driver. Okay, and now let's open up the source code. So this is really just a simple Hello World Linux kernel module. So here we are including two header files. Here we have some information about the driver. Down here is our init function and our exit function. And here we are telling which functions are the init and the exit function, and that's it. So now let's add a little bit to turn this into a Linux USB driver. First I need the include linux/usb.h. And then here I will change the test description to driver for my Atmega32U4 USB device. Okay, and now I need to set up a table which contains all the devices my driver is compatible with. So let's take a look at with ls USB again, and let's take a closer look at our test device here. So therefore I will use ls USB s bus number device number, and I will give it the -v option to give me a little bit more information. So what we're seeing here is the device descriptor. And in the device descriptor, we have a vendor and a product ID. And we need these two information because depending on these information, the user space will load the correct driver. So let me just copy this, the vendor ID here, and I will define the vendor ID. And this is the vendor ID of Atmel. And I will define a product ID, and I have set this to 1 for my USB device. And then I need the USB device, a USB device ID table. I will call it my USB table. And this is an array. The last argument always has to be empty. And now we can add our USB device. So now I want to write a USB driver which is compatible with this vendor and this product ID. And here I can use the function USB device and just pass in the vendor and the product ID here. And what this function here does is, out of the vendor and device product ID, it will create a USB device ID entry for this table here. Okay, and the next step is we have to make this table known to the user space, and we can do so with a module device table USB, and then we're just using my USB table here and this way the user space knows if it's find a device with this vendor and this product ID, it will load this driver here. Okay, the next thing we can do is we can implement the probe function and the disconnect function. So let's start. The return value of the probe function is an integer, and the arguments are from the type struct USB interface pointer interface and const struct USB device ID pointer ID. Okay, so let's take a look at these arguments. The second one is easy. This here is just a pointer to the entry of this table here. So if you would have multiple USB devices supported here, this pointer would point to the current type of device which is probed now. But this argument is a little bit strange. Why is this from the type USB interface and not from the type USB device? Well, the reason for this is we are writing a driver for USB interfaces, not for USB devices. But let's take a look at it. So here again is the information of our USB device, and we can see here we have an interface descriptor. This interface descriptor has an interface class, subclass, and protocol. And for example, if you would look at these from a keyboard, it would always be the same. So every keyboard has the same interface class and interface subclass. So if you want to write a USB driver for a keyboard, it's easier to write a driver for the interfaces with the following interface class and interface subclass than writing a driver for every USB vendor and product ID which is out there. And in case we want to use this, we would have to add the following here in the table, USB device info, and we would have to pass it the class, subclass, and protocol IDs, and this would create a USB device ID entry for a whole interface which will support multiple USB devices. But in our case, what we will get is we will just get the one interface which is implemented on this USB device here. So you can see here we just have one interface. Okay, and here in the probe function I will just print out my USB device driver probe function to signal we are now in the probe function, and then I will return with 0 to tell the driver probing was successful. Okay, and now let's implement the disconnect function. So here we just have the USB interface pointer as an argument, and all I will do here is I will print that we are in the exit function. Okay, and now we can declare the USB driver. Therefore I will declare a static struct from the type USB driver, and I will call it my USB driver, and I have to give it a name. I will use my USB device driver. I have to give it a ID table. Of course I will use my USB ID table here. Then I have to pass in a probe function, which will be my USB probe. And I have to pass the disconnect function, my USB disconnect. And maybe I forgot to mention, so the probe function is called when a device is attached to the PC or when the driver is loaded, and the disconnect function is called when we disconnect the device from the PC or when we unload the driver. Okay, and now here in the init function we have to load the driver. So first I will print out I'm in the init function now, and I need a new variable. I will call result. And now the result is equal to USB register, and here we have to pass a pointer to our USB driver struct. Yeah. And in case the result is not equal to 0, an error occurred, and I will print out a message to the kernel's log. Error during register, and I will return the negative error code here. And down here in the remove function, all I have to do is I have to call USB deregister, and here I have to pass the driver struct 2, and that's it. So this is the code for a simple Hello World USB device. So let's try to compile it and to run it. So let's execute make. Okay, no mistakes, this is looking good. Let's load the module. I have to give it my password. Okay. Now it's looking good, and now let's check the kernel's log. And let's search for my USB dev driver. And we can see here, we were in the probe function, we have called the init function, we have called the probe function, and now a new interface driver was registered for my USB device. If I disconnect the device now, and if I run, or if I take a look at the kernel's log again, you can see the exit function was called. And if I reconnect the device, the probe function will be called once again. And now if I'm unloading the driver, we can see the exit function was called the disconnect function. So this is the disconnect function. Sorry for this confusing here. And then the exit function was called, and our interface driver was unregistered. Okay, cool. So that's how to write a simple Hello World USB driver on Linux. I hope you've enjoyed the video and learned something. In case you want to support my work, you can buy me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com/Johannes for Linux. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.